Hello, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend, all of that good stuff. All right, in our Housewives triple header today, we have the Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 1, Episode 4, Desert Détente. Ay, ay, ay. I really like this show. I really do. There are some standout characters, but y'all are going to have to get with the production company that films Real Housewives of Miami to get your shit together regarding lighting and the film that you're using. The whole last part of this episode at Bijan's birthday party was a bust.
Completely. You spending six figures and they can't film it? Get out of here.
Well, it's not up to Bijan for him to provide the lighting for their film crew.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this man has spent over six figures for this birthday party and y'all can't film it correctly? Just saying.
All they had to do, they obviously had one little area that was for them to film in, that table area off to the side somewhere where the real party was, wasn't taking place. Why y'all couldn't put up some extra lights? Why y'all couldn't get y'all microphone situation together? The fuck? Jesus. And you know what I'm really pissed at? Is that I had to use these two numbnuts for my damn thumbnail. I had to use Caroline. And that little boy on my thumbnail because I really wanted to get something from the party, but it was like useless, like tits on a bull. Like, why?
That lighting was so bad. But here's my whole thing is, when you see the setup, why are they in the dark and all the lights on the opposite side? Just saying. All the lights.
Because look.
All the lights.
Right, because those were like the party lights, the up lighting, the stage lighting, all of that. Film crew, you need different lighting for filming at night. You supposed to bring that, not Bijan. Exactly. Bijan already paying $100,000 for his lighting, and that was expensive lighting. The stage alone.
Okay. Are you like me? You sitting there like, okay, this probably cost this much. This probably cost this much. I'm sitting there just picking up the money.
She said the high six figures.
Yeah.
And that's just one of his small events, Like, we lucky we got invited to this. This is why Nina's on the show, because she serves no other purpose.
I'm gonna say he spent a good $600,000.
More than that, it's Dubai.
Oh, that's right.
And
$750.
This episode, let me tell y'all something. We ain't even seen inside Nina's apartment yet. And I have a feeling the building she live in won't let the film crew in. We just seen the outside. And on top of that, we're going to see her husband, whose business partner is Bijan, who throws a little soiree in the high six figures. He better hope that people don't start looking at his business.
Right.
Nina, when you come on these shows, there's already inconsistencies with how broke you was flying back and forth from Dubai to Texas.
Right.
Watch yourself, Nina. Anywho, here's my quick summary of this show. Caroline and Sergio open up the episode. I'm going to need y'all to stop having Caroline open up these episodes because she ruins it for the rest of the show. Mm-hmm. They arguing over whether she got any eggs in her dust bucket to still have a baby. I think both of them are stupid because how are you having this argument after you've legally got married? Fuck all of y'all. Why is Caroline on this show? I can't stand her. And by the end of the episode, I couldn't stand her even more. Brooks goes with her realtor and they see two possible spots for her new spa. She
I vote
picks
number
the
2.
second. Yeah, she picked the second most expensive one because it can get ready in 6 months, whereas
In
the
6
first
months,
one
right?
couldn't. Then we see Nina visiting her husband. He's so busy. He's so busy. That's the only time she can see him. And this is when we meet Bijan, his business partner, and we get invited to his birthday party. Happy birthday, Bijan. Then we find out that her husband needs her to go and hurry up and pick up her Rolls Royce, or at least pick it out so that they can order it. And then we have this big discussion about buying license plates. Oh my God. Next, we see Lisa at work, and there's a jungle gym in part of her office, and her children are hurting themselves because they won't bring the nanny on to take care of them while she's trying to work. Sidebar, she has a conversation with her husband about releasing funds in order to get more production going on their new line, the non-maternity clothes that are blowing up and selling out. I don't know why you won't release funds to make more of the clothes that are selling out. I would fire my CFO. Next up, we have Ayan and her husband walking during prayer. I loved it that she could actually say the prayer. Like, how many languages does she know? Oh my God. She gets an invitation from Nina to come to Bijan's birthday party. Next, we see Brooks talking with her son. Her son is apparently getting bullied, but, she's doing the mother thing. She doesn't want to step all the way in and embarrass him, but she want to make sure that her kid is okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Then we have Caroline and Sarah having lunch, I believe. And Sarah doesn't hold back. She's like, why you ain't coming to a fashion show? And Caroline just tries to, I don't know, make up some BS. And then we have the birthday party. That's it.
So I'm going to start. I'm going to go kind of go through the ladies just real quick. Lisa, I get her point with Rich, but you hired him to do a job. And finance people, when they get in business mode, it's all about the coinage. Stay on budget. Mm-hmm. That's my job. Stay on budget. And he was in work mode. He was in pure work mode. Like, he was treating her like the CEO owner, CFO, where she was looking at it like, you're my husband. And I agree with both points. But I'm like, Lisa, he in CFO mode right now. That's why he's coming at you the way he's coming at you. And I've seen this interaction play out, but this is really how it goes. And she was getting a little sensitive, but then I think down the line she kind of understood. Like, he's like, look, I believe in you. She's like, that's all I needed. Love that. I love that. Brooks, great job. Get the space, get it up, get it running, do your thing. I want to see this. I want to see this come to fruition. We may not see it on this season, but I hope to see it on next season, because she's going for the gap in the market, which is perfect, which is beautiful. Great job. Who's next? Sarah, you didn't do nothing this episode, but okay. Nina.
But she did confront Caroline. She might not have done much, but she's the only one who's actually doing that. Nina pacifies her and props her up, but Sarah don't care. I think she might get activated later.
Right. Then Nina, you gave us Bijan. You filled your role for the show.
Not really.
She gave us Bijan. Okay, that's what I'm gonna give her. You gave us Bijan. Who next? Ayan, like, loving. I just love the story how she was married out to her cousin. Then she bounced. Everything was prepared. The goats, the dowry, everything. The goats were bought.
Liz, and did you love how she increased her value with inflation and cost of living? Like, she's like, my husband had to pay $1,000 for me, but now I'd probably be worth $20,000. What?
Right. Love it. She's like, the goats were bought, the dowry was paid, everything was ready, and she skipped out a week before because she was in love.
Yeah.
And I love her because she's like, nothing in my country is for free.
Yep.
Love her for that. Anywhere.
She just says it. That's the difference. Oh,
and she's on her. She said her family was mad, but she didn't care. And then we are going to get to Caroline. F. Cannot stand her, and here's why. We're seeing the beginning of what we were talking about in past episodes. when she
Mm-hmm.
started using the word them, I'm like, you know what? No, 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 no. We're not gonna let you get away with the them thing. No, what do you mean by them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Lisa was the only one who called her out on it. Brooks just gave her a look, but then again, she said the most nasty thing to Lisa when she was like, I hope you're going to
Right,
suck his D,
right,
or I hope she's going to suck your D, or something like that.
right.
Ew.
But in this, I do want to touch on this. Like, this is at the end of the episode, so we're almost done. But I do want to touch on this
Mm-hmm.
because this is what I was concerned about, and it hit me some sort of way. I'm like, see, this is why you don't do things like this, because she don't know how to
Mm-hmm.
act. She don't know how to act, and I want to know when she said them, did that hit you a certain way as well?
Yes, it did. But she's always hit me that way. This is how she's always been, because she thinks she's up here and everybody is down there. But it's going to come across differently now. Last time she was doing it to the white Americans who she thought
Mm-hmm.
was the chewing gum on the bottom of her shoe. Now she's doing it to black girls, and black girls from the colonies. And one of them from a country that got a lot of guns. That was self-admitted a couple episodes ago.
Right.
Caroline, watch your fucking step. I never liked you before when you was doing this to white women. I don't like you now that you're doing it to people of color. Fuck you, Caroline.
And I've said this. This is why you don't do this, especially someone like her. Especially someone like her. And I hate that we call this right, but we called it like she is gonna say something out of pocket amongst this group and this dynamic, and it's gonna come across
Mm-hmm.
wrong. And she sat there and she did that.
Mm-hmm. And what did Nina
Them,
do? Walk away.
and that's the thing. When Nina, I'm gonna need you to step up. This is your friend. Talk to your friend because because. But here's the thing though, and I know you saw this when she said them the first time. The look on Lisa's face was like, "What?"
Lisa whipped around. Brooks was like,
Right?
and Nina was champagne, French fries,
Exactly.
and she skedaddled. Like I who hustled her away from there? Who hustled Caroline away from there? Like I just that whole party, I'm it makes me wonder now if the production company interfered with the audio on purpose because other things were said, because it's got Lisa all the way upset.
Like she was hot. She was hot.
Mm,
And I sat there and I'm like, them, excuse.
mm-hmm.
And I had to remind people when you say them, the people of color, in my opinion, that's akin to you people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is. It is. But this is not new for Caroline.
It's not, and this is what we pointed out. This was my fear with her. Like, see, um, she gonna say something problematic, and what did she do? She said something problematic. She wasted no time in doing that. And I'm sitting here like, really?
And don't tell me
Really?
she was drunk neither.
No.
Don't tell me she was drunk. Mm-mm. I had a lot of problems with that whole party, Bijan's birthday party. Yes, it was beautiful. Had beautiful bands, stage, aerial acrobatics. Who else? Like a lot of things. I ain't seen no food yet, but a lot of things. Did we see Bijan at his party?
Oh, BJ was on the other side. He was not worried about these people. He's like, look, I got films. I'm cool.
I don't know. I
He's
don't
where
know.
where the party was at.
It's just anyway. I really I'm just aggravated at this episode. It was a decent episode, but it got me aggravated.
Right, because when you see this kind of behavior, here's the thing: it's one thing to see it and have it come up organically, but when you could see it for so far ahead, because we have history with Caroline Stanbury, we've seen her on Ladies of London, and we said like, how is she going to play in a different dynamic, aka with people of color from different areas, from some of them from colonized areas. And we said if she doesn't watch it, she's gonna say something problematic, and she did. And I'm like, I don't like seeing that kind of stuff. Like, I don't like to predict it and then see it because as a woman of 45, you should know better. But this is probably just who you are. This is who you are because
When Sarah asked her why you didn't come to the fashion show, and she started fumbling and bumbling around with her answer, and then she finally said, I just don't want to be around toxic environment or people or whatever. She's the biggest piece of toxic to this cast.
right,
And the fact that she thinks that others are problems. And then on top of that, like she's not showing up to things that I guess she to me it's coming over. She only wants to film with certain people.
right.
And when she's forced to film with the full cast, she's there, but she's not there. Like she's begrudgingly there. And that's why these things are coming out of her mouth, because she don't like the people that she's around. And unfortunately, the people that she's spewing this to happen to be people of color. First, she said that she didn't like Ayan. And Ayan was like, you don't know me not to like me. Why you don't like her?
Right.
And I think Caroline was Brooks was spot on when she said she only invited the people who matter to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're showing yourself for who you are.
Right.
And it's just raising a lot of red flags. She was not enjoyable to watch for me on Ladies of London.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they are building this series around her. She is a problem. She is not
Right.
likable.
Well, here's what they did, and this is just my opinion. They said, you know what? She has a Bravo connection. She's a Ladies of London. She's a known commodity because they did not know these other ladies are not known. This is their first. They remember this is their first international housewives. So they really had no ties. Bravo had no ties because all the other international franchises, remember, are produced by their local country's production. So they said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we need a tether. They felt like they needed a tether because we need
Big
someone.
mistake.
It was a mistake to pick her. Agreed. But this is what they were going on. I get where they were going. She was just not the person you need to have as your anchor. And here's what's gonna happen though, and I'm gonna call it now. Caroline may have one.
Mm-hmm.
She may have this season and maybe one more. Maybe because
That's only if
if
she's already signed the contract.
right. And the reason why I say that because all the other ladies are getting much more shine. We're from what I've seen, no one's checking
Mm-hmm.
for Caroline. Everyone's checking for Ayan and Lisa and all the other girls. No one's checking for
Mm-hmm.
Caroline Stanbury, and that's just true. So I
Mm-hmm.
think what's going to happen is Bravo's going to realize, oh, we have a couple of breakout stars. We don't need her.
I think they've already realized that because of
Mm-hmm.
the edit. She's not showing up physically or mentally, even when she's in a scene. She's doing product placement when she
Right,
shows up anywhere. Look at the play date at the Atlantis. That was product placement.
right,
The day spa, product placement. Her shoes, product placement. The construction company, product placement. If we fucking go to where her embryos are stored and we find out it's product placement, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. She's not bringing anything of substance to this show.
mm-mm,
And I don't know. Maybe they promised her a deal after she left Ladies of London, and this is what they could scratch up for her. But if you look at the edit, honestly, I know Ayan called Nina the potatoes with no butter, but it's really Caroline.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting everything from the other ladies.
But notice how Lisa and Ayan really don't trust her now. They're going to move forward with her, but they do not trust her.
Yep.
Because they may not say it. I bet you it's because of that them comment. You can't tell me that they're not hit them some sort of way.
Didn't Ayan say that she's gonna keep her eyes on her or something?
Yes. And Lisa said she's on her hit list now. And my thing is, Caroline don't.
I have had it with the product placement. Thank you,
and Caroline doesn't want a baby. Like Susan said, Caroline does not want to have a baby, and that's going to be a huge problem.
But her sitting up there on that stage in her confessional at her big old fucking age saying that if he doesn't get a baby, he gonna leave me. What? And you married it?
Right. And I wonder where his parents are.
In Spain.
Now I wonder where his parents are to tell him, are we gonna have grandchildren?
What's going on with this? If my son, who was in his 20s and still trying to figure out how to wash his testicle sack, come telling me he married in a 48-year-old woman, I'm sure enough gonna ask where the fuck is my grandchildren, dum-dum.
And I didn't like that. I did not like that exchange that they had either. That was
her saying that he's clueless and that he just doesn't understand that you even talking down to your husband. You think you better than your husband. What? Child, if he don't find a new boyfriend and run away from her next season, that'd be the only reason to bring her back.
Oh my goodness. That was terrible. Can't stand her. That she's doing what we thought she would do. When she said them, I was yeah, no. And when Lisa whipped around real quick, this is the beginning. This is the beginning. And at some point, Nina's gonna have to step up. But here's the reason why I say this. Sarah already called her out. Nina and Sarah are very good friends. They're like the best of friends. I'm sure Sarah and her gonna have a conversation at some point, and I want to see that conversation.
Sarah doesn't shy away from having conversations and asking the questions that need to be asked.
That's why I want to hear the conversation, because they're at the two opposite ends of the spectrum. Sarah embraces the confrontation. She goes headlong. Nina's like, where's the champagne and french fries? Champagne, french fries? Anyone?
I don't know.
I need to see that conversation, because I don't think Sarah's gonna let Nina get away with shying away from certain conversations. I don't see that happening. Just based on who Sarah is and the dynamic that they're in. And we know Lisa's not gonna let that go. And Brooke is messy. She'll stir the pot. This is gonna be a wild ride.
This is what, episode 4, and already I see one down.
Baby, as soon as she said them, done.
And then on top of that,
I was trying to give her a chance.
But listen, this is a local production crew. They are part of the them. I wouldn't be surprised if her edit is not favorable because of the comments that they hear in her make. And she can't be the easiest person to work with on this crew.
But here's the problem with the them. And we're touching on this because it's very important given the dynamic. This is a huge thing. But remember, it took me back when you said something about colonization. That's exactly how she sounded.
Yeah, she sounds like, Listen, we have an old saying, plantation, massa de done, meaning, massa on the plantation.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like when she speaks to people, it is always with a level of superiority, and I hope I'm saying this right. Derision? No, I'm not saying it right. But
Degradation.
Well, that can work too. But it's just like you smell.
I got you.
You have a foul odor.
I got you. And Shay's
You
right.
know,
Caroline will play victim when they come for her. Yeah, she'll pull a Kim Zolciak. Don't worry about it.
and she'll fuck it up too.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Kim Zolciak did in that bathroom with Andy Cohen and Sheree. She fucked it up there. I just don't think, and like, I don't know what she's trying to pull off. Why is she building this mega house in the richest area of Dubai? Where are you getting your money from? Because it ain't him. He worth $5 million in what? Product endorsements? Because he's not playing anymore. What is he doing? What are you doing? Okay.
So Sergio's estimated net worth is $30 million. See, okay.
I don't believe that. I heard 5 million.
30.
How long did he play for Real Madrid, and on what squad did he play for? And what is he doing to get 30 million?
What was his contract?
Yeah, what was his contract? And did he fulfill all of the contract? Because he didn't play that long.
See what he did.
Because he should be playing now. He's not that old. Like, Beckham played till 40-ish.
Okay, here's the thing. I see where so he on the recent is June 7th, 2022. Sergio is worth over $5 million as per current date. Sergio is from a wealthy family, so his family's coins.
And he married her, who got Dust Bowl eggs. Now, what did Ablavi tell us about people who got wealth and they need to keep the generations going? Like, for real? Right. And a Catholic family at that?
That was my thing.
Who are probably not going to want the surrogate thing?
Mm-hmm.
When he going to find his boyfriend? His soulmate? I'm gonna need Pedro to step up and well, they can't do it in Dubai. I don't know. And it seemed like he was having such a nice conversation with Ayan at the birthday party, and her insecurities, Caroline's insecurities, just overflowed at seeing that. And she knows she can't pick on Ayan for some reason because she's already gone there. So now she just misdirects and goes to Lisa, I guess thinking that Lisa is not going to say anything back to her. Wrong road.
Here's what happened, though. Seeing him, here's the thing. How can I put this slightly? She's more mature than the other ladies by almost a decade plus in some cases. I think what happened is this: when she saw Sergio with that group of ladies, they looked like they could be friends. He does not stick out in that group of ladies because they're not as mature as her. So it really made her age hit her at that point, because when she looks at that group, she's like, oh, he fits in with the pretty people. the pretty younger people.
Uh,
I really think that's what it was.
her one last egg disintegrated right at that table. Mm-mm-mm. It went poof.
Yeah,
Child.
because he was like, but did you hear the girls were like, we love him? I'm like, oof. Which means they would send you away and keep your husband.
But he's likable. He get along with everybody.
Ooh, okay, that's messy.
But
That's
he
real messy.
does.
I would
Look.
love, I would love to see him dump Caroline and start dating Sarah.
Oh.
I'm just that kind of person because I just don't like
Oh.
Caroline. Because I like Sergio.
I can tolerate Sergio, but I think it's hard for me because of my dislike for her.
And that's what they're. But it's interesting how they can separate him and Caroline. I find that intriguing to me because most time you don't separate the husband from the wife. In this case, they like we can keep him and leave you to the curb. That's very interesting to me. But see, that also
Because
just shows.
but no, because as much as she says, like she downplays his intelligence
Mm-hmm,
or communication, I guess, because of the Spanish and all of that.
mm-hmm,
As much as she does it, the others don't, because I feel like
right.
they're a little bit more cultured than her. They
They're,
also have language barriers.
mm-hmm.
They don't come in with an imperialistic attitude.
And they're closer to his, they're also closer to his age, not hers, in a couple of cases.
Oops.
He's relatable.
He's friendly.
Yeah.
He comes in and he says hello. He sits down. He talks to the person next to him. It's like, hey, can I get you a drink? How are you? And they talk. She comes in, she's sipping on her champagne and she's making faces and then she's insulting people. Like, who are you going to want to talk to?
And they all flock to him. But did you see how they defended him?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. They defended him. I'm
But
like,
she was
Caroline.
out of pocket, though. She was dead wrong for what she said. It was insulting to her husband and to the women at the table, all of the women at the table.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna need Caroline to leave her sidekick at home. He's not part of the show. And he's not a good sidekick.
Well,
Pick a better sidekick.
oh, you mean Michael?
Yes.
Well, he's the only person that
AK,
likes her.
aka Great Value Cedric.
Oh, Jesus. Sergio's great with the kids, too. Well, of course he is, because he's the
He's
nanny.
right. He's close to their age. That's why. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying.
Well, wow, we got through this. We got through this quick. All of our aggravation. My recommendation is that Carolyn Stansberry walks around with a dustbuster instead of Michael, because she's just shedding those last few eggs.
Right. I think we're at 30 minutes, but I think this one took a little longer because we really had to like talk about that whole them comment and like the repercussions that this could have for her going down the line. Because this is the first step. This is the first really really big red flag within this context that we've seen. Mm-mm. And we have to look at her.
Look what Shay says. Wait till Caroline's daughter gets to be 18. So you think that Sergio might look? I don't think so. She's got the same vile mouth that her mother has. I don't know.
I still want to know what his family thinks. So. Oh, Stephen Crisco. So just to be clear, how do you feel about Caroline? Don't like her, right?
Caroline Stansberry, I'd like to make clear for myself and Jamal, I hope I'm okay saying this, we're not 100% on Caroline Stansberry, but we're good with Caroline Brooks. We want to see her business develop.
And I want to know,
She'll be
is this
jealous
her
of the
first?
daughter. Ooh, yeah.
I want to know, is this her first? Because she's in real estate already.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, is she? Are we going to get to see her? Is this part of her building her own personal portfolio? I'm intrigued.
Well, she has the two homes that she told
Right.
us about. This one, she's renting the space. What we need her to do is to like start making profits on this so that she can then buy a space.
Yes, that's what I'm
So
looking at.
hopefully we can see the evolution, like, or the second space, the second
Hmm.
branch of her, like this could be a franchise in the Middle East, catering to all colors in the
Yes,
spectrum.
love it.
Because it is a great idea. Black women are everywhere. We need help. I might even go to the salon if I'm in Dubai because I need help in the heat. My hair frizzes out. We can see what Brooks could do for me. You never know. You never
Exactly.
know.
I'm interested in all the way except for Carolina Stansbury. Next.
Mm-hmm. Child, I'm glad that we could bring y'all some giggles today. I think we all needed it this week. I know I did. I had a
For
rough
sure.
week. Oh my God. So, and anything else we need to talk about on this episode?
Nope, we touched on everything.
I want to see Nina's apartment. And I want to know why we hired her and we can't film in her building. I'm gonna need to see not just the outside, not your husband's office. And Bijan is, why he working so much? What's taking up his time?
That'd be nice.
What is taking up his time? Or better yet, who is taking up his time?
Nina, if someone was, Nina wouldn't care. She's like, look, I helped you build your business, and I got your 3 kids. Do something.
Nina don't want to be a single chick with 3 pieces of luggage strolling behind her with the nanny. She
I
does
don't
not
blame her.
want that. Her prestige is being married to him.
Prestige on, prestige on.
Mm-mm-mm. Maybe, child, Nina, I don't know what I want to see more. Who's taking up his time or inside the apartment?
Inside the apartment.
I don't know.
Inside the apartment.
It's in one of those amazing buildings because she used to live in the Burj Khalifa, but then
Right.
she moved, and Burj Khalifa ain't cheap. And she has 3. How many kids she got?
3.
3. So that's a big ass apartment. If one apartment is 1.5 million, a 1 bedroom apartment is 1.5 million. Because you need the nanny's room, plus the 3 kids, plus their bedroom and a guest bedroom, plus living space. Child. What does her husband do for a living again? Bijan was real quiet.
Is
What they
Bijan
do?
married?
I don't care.
I do.
Listen.
I do.
Let me tell y'all. I want to know what they doing for a living. I want to know.
I want to know
It's
if
gonna
Bijan's
come out.
married.
It's gonna come out.
Y'all all close? Okay.
Mm,
Is Bijan? I was supposed to say, is Bijan married?
he
And y'all
probably
all
is.
really close? Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just curious.
They're not gonna do that with Nina.
Right.
That's them. That's the chicks from Africa they're doing that with.
Mm. Okay. Just
Mm-hmm.
curious. Something to
Mm-hmm.
think about.
All right, y'all. Have we hit on everything?
Yep.
Oh my God. Maybe the other person is Sergio Shea. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yes, it would.
But no, I want Sergio to get not somebody old in Caroline's age bracket. I want somebody young, like in her daughter age bracket, but legal. You know what I mean?
You know, I'd love to see that Sergio was having an affair with one of Ayan's models.
Oh, wait. Or worse
That would be.
yet, Michael. Michael turned out Sergio and Caroline came home and found him in the bed with the dog pissing.
Yeah, I'll be very disappointed, Sergio.
And the maid filming it.
Not the maid filming it. Lord. Okay, we've officially gone over our time. Thank you, everyone.
All right, so we'll see you tomorrow. We have a change in the schedule tomorrow. Jamal is fed up with 90 days, so we're not doing it.
Pretty much.
And so, I'm going to be watching Ultimate Girls Trip later on today because it started. Mm-hmm. And so we'll be doing. Did you see Mama's Boy?
Mm-mm.
I'm so fed up with that show.
Oh, good. I'll have to watch it then. Beautiful.
They want in DNAs on children now.
I mean, I'll watch it for entertainment purposes, but not to review.
Yeah.
We got enough. We got enough. We got enough foolishness. And the shows that we have with the Caribbean and
Chantel and Seeking Sister Wives.
We're cool there.
So that's what we're doing tomorrow. Okay, so it'll be TLC Friday with Family Chantel, Seeking Sister Wives, and what's the Love in Paradise. Okay, so bring your notes and be ready. All right. So until tomorrow, Jamal.
But of course.
All right, y'all. Bye.